If you are grocery shopping on a budget but still want to enjoy a good pizza, our first guest is here to help. He is the creator of the Steamed Ham Society, and fans know him as the Gordon Ramsay of fast food. We welcome back professional food enthusiast and friend of the show, Bill Oakley. Great to see you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be back.
Look at the spoils you've brought us today.
It smells amazing in here. I know you can't smell it at home, but
This
you have
is
to trust us.
Pizza heaven.
5 frozen pizzas, each with its own distinctive odor.
Okay, and you are the connoisseur who has tried and is here to tell us the best frozen pizzas and things to look for.
Absolutely. Frozen pizza is the best of all frozen foods, I think. You know, if you have frozen enchiladas, frozen lasagna, it's just not going to taste like a real thing, real thing. Frozen pizza, you can be pretty close, and I think as technology has improved, we've gotten pizzas that actually somewhat taste like real ones from pizzerias.
They're pretty good, and pizza can be so expensive, so the frozen options are really nice to have.
Absolutely, and it's very convenient if it's at midnight and you don't want to order a pizza for $50 to be
there
delivered. You know, you'll be in good shape. I have a whole freezer full of these.
Oh, good.
And I should say, where this article, there's a Portland food magazine called Kitchen Table, and I wrote an article about frozen pizzas for this very magazine, and this is a spin-off of that particular article.
Beautiful.
Where I rank my frozen pizzas. So this is the top 5, and they're all different. I wouldn't say any one of them is significantly better than the other. These are all excellent, and they're especially good value for the money.
I love that. So what are some criteria that you're looking for before we dive into a taste test?
Generally, I think the thin crusts are better because even with all the developments in cooking technology, the thick crust pizzas are still, sometimes they come out soggy or they come out overcooked or very bready. They're very bready and chewy, a lot of them. So the thin crusts, I tend to go for thin crusts. I tend to like a pretty good amount of toppings, but once you get past 2 or 3 toppings, it might get wet and drippy in the middle, and that is a gross frozen pizza.
Gross.
So I tend to have a 2 or 3 topping pizza.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I probably eat 100 frozen pizzas per year.
So you are the man.
I like to think so.
Okay.
So let's start over here.
Okay.
On the right, this is a Paul Newman. Everyone's familiar with the Paul Newman brand of products from the famous famous actor. Those are all high quality products. This is a line that they introduced last year, which is called the Stone-Fired Crust line, and the dough is actually imported from Italy. And this actually tastes kind of like, I would say, like a restaurant pizza to some extent. Like, it's got a stone-fired thing. You can see the little bits of burned, stuff on there, and it's got like the buffalo mozzarella and pecorino romano, all that kind of stuff. And I would say this is probably. It was the best frozen pizza I ate last year for sure. Okay. And you're going to get this for like maybe $8 on sale, probably for $5 or $6.
That's really nice. That cheese is nice, and I see what you mean about the crust too.
This pizza, now this one is you can get this one at Fred Meyer or any Kroger store. Okay. Private Selection is their house brand. They have some more gourmet pizzas. This one is weird. It's 5 cheese and marmalade. So when I heard of this, I thought it was going to be gross. Yeah. But in fact, it's delicious, and I just can't resist anymore. I have to have a bite of it.
I don't think I would pick this up if I just saw the label, and I don't think I've ever tried the Private Selection pizzas before.
I think you'll be shocked.
Wait a minute. That is marmalade. What's happening?
And it's not, the marmalade is not too sweet. It's just just a little sweet, and it really improves. I feel like it makes the pizza moist in a good way, and adds a flavor. There's not what you usually get on pizza. I don't know, it's really a revelation, this pizza. And if you want to take a first step into something a little more gourmet,
that's interesting.
This is the one. And these are cheap at Fred Meyer for sure.
And it is kind of more of a flatbread consistency, I think, than like a true thin crust pizza. Okay, what do we got next here?
Okay, Urban Pie Company is a brand that does slightly more artisan gourmet pizzas. This you might have to go to like a Whole Foods or a New Seasons to check out. This comes with, it's a pepperoni, uncured pepperoni with creamy rosa sauce. And rosa sauce is an Alfredo sauce mixed with a marinara sauce, which is something I'd never heard of before.
How's that possible?
I know, but it's really good, isn't it?
That's really good.
I actually think it's better than just plain marinara. This is something and this is a little more expensive, this whole line of Urban Pie, but if you're out at a New Seasons or a Whole Foods, want to check this out, it's definitely worth an experiment to check it
That's
out.
a really nice pepperoni too. You get a lot of flavor in there.
It is a high quality thing. Now, I think most people probably are familiar with this pizza.
Yeah, I've definitely had multiple CPK flavors before.
This, in 1985, California Pizza Kitchen was founded in California, and this was their signature pizza. And people, prior to this, people weren't used to having barbecue sauce or chicken on a pizza.
This was kind of the one that...
Yeah, but it still holds up. It's still their signature item, still the best of their frozen pizzas, I think. And they're really, really enjoyable.
That's pretty good. Especially for a frozen barbecue pizza. I mean, you get the same kind of flavor profile as you would if it was fresh.
Absolutely. Now, this one, you got to be careful not to cook this one too long. And I think that this may have been cooked a little too long. No. You can tell, but I know this was a last-minute thing, cooking 5 pizzas here. I appreciate it.
We did get this all done in the last hour. So the fact that there's 5 hot pizzas on this counter, we're doing pretty good today.
And, and I have to say, they still smell and taste great. Okay, lastly, and this, not to say that this is not in the top 5, it's up there with all of the best ones, Wildmiks. Now, Wildmiks is made here in town in Clackamas.
That's right.
It's a local brand, and I find that if you want to have a regular pizza, and by regular pizza, I mean the kind of pizza people ate from 1950 to 2000.
Yeah.
You know, pepperoni, supreme, etc. Wildmiks is the brand to go for. I think it's better than Red Baron. I think it's better than Tombstone, all those ones. And I actually kind of like the personal size ones. They're called happy hour. Either the supreme, the combination, cheese or pepperoni. I find this to be, it's the perfect amount of food for one hungry person.
Okay.
And it's also, I find, as I said, it's a top-notch regular pizza. And you can find it in many stores in town here because, as I said, it's a local brand.
And this crust holds up really nice, and always nice to shop local whenever you can. Bill, this was so fun. I'm full.
I'll just take the rest of these home and finish them over the next few hours.
No problem. Thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure. Always my pleasure.
Of course, we'll have more information on our website at katu.com, and we'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.